Hey there everyone, I'm Michael, and welcome to another ShiftOS dev update. This one will probably have a bit more editing done to it than the other one, because, well, why not? Anyways, in this dev update we're going to be taking a look at ShiftOS 1.0 Beta 2.2, and yes, we are getting closer to ShiftOS 1.0 stable, and I don't mean that as an April Fool's prank. I actually mean that in all seriousness. Anyways, you're probably wondering why my terminal is, well, it's not usually in the top right corner, or top left corner, sorry, of the screen. It's usually in the center when I start these videos, or it's closed. Well, that's because the first feature I'm going to be showing off is actually hidden behind this terminal, and if we close it, you'll see that there are two little items below my app launcher here. These are called DesktopWhit Hits, and it is a new feature in Beta 2.2 that allows you to basically see at a glance various information about your save file and your system, and you can move these around. So if I wanted to have this ShiftOS upgrade status down in the bottom left, and I want to have the desktop clock at the bottom right, I can do that. And what's cool about these is they update as you do things in the system. So if I were to go into my ShiftOS, and as you can see, the app launcher has gotten a bit bigger. That's part of skinning. I'll show that off in a bit. But if we were to go into the ShiftOS, you'll see that this progress bar right here, it tracks upgrade progress, and so does the ShiftOS upgrade widget at the bottom here. So if we go ahead and buy AL Shift Sweeper, you'll see that, well, right now we've bought 142 total upgrades out of the 145 available. You'll notice that it updates. The only thing is it's a bit glitchy right now. As you can see, the clock kind of disappeared and I cannot seem to get it back. But yeah, anyways, if I wanted to buy even more upgrades, I could. Just have to be mindful of that one bug. I'll fix that after the video. And now, our ShiftOS upgrade meter has been, or it is now full. So now we can check out some of the new scanning features coming in Beta 2.2. First things first, I've fixed a major bug with the shifter that causes you to lose data in your skin as you make changes. Basically what would happen is, let's say we go to the General tab in System, you'll notice that we've got some color upgrades, and if we change any of these, or if we just hit apply, the bug would overwrite all color upgrades with the system background color before the skin is given a chance to load. Therefore, it would only overwrite all visible colors in the settings menu, or in the settings body. So it would overwrite this one, and that one. So eventually what would happen is, if you apply enough changes, especially on this page, you would end up having your system foreground be the system background, or no, the system background being, no, okay, I'm doing this right. System foreground and the color keyout, which is your RGB 101, end up being the system background. So you would essentially have blank windows that are fully transparent, and that has been fixed. So if we hit apply, you'll notice that everything is still normal. And And I hope you guys heard that infobop sound. That is still here. It's still the same one from 0.0.x, that hasn't changed. Anyways, next things I'm going to show off are with the file skimmer. You'll notice that the delete button it's no longer there. But if we click on a directory, you'll notice that the delete button shows up along with a copy button and a move button. This allows you to, well, first off, the delete button is actually functional. So if I wanted to go up to my shared directory and, actually no, I'll skip that for now. Let's say I wanted to go in and, well, first off, let's create a document that we want to delete. So if we want to copy a document to a new location, all we gotta do is select one and click copy. Then a save file dialog will show up, and we can save this to test.pic, which is an artpad picture. And if we go up one directory to the root of our system drive, you'll see that we now have this test.pic file. And let's say we wanted to delete it, or we want to rename it. Well, first we'll rename it. We will call it test2.pic because creativity. And you'll notice, well, I guess there was a bit of a bug there, and now it is no longer a .pic file. We can easily fix that and use that noise. Some wires are kind of near my microphone and they fell onto my keyboard. I have to fix them. And yeah, this is why you keep a clean desk, kids. Anyways, we do that, and it crashes. That happened. Let's see what the crash was. No reference exception. Okay, that makes sense. Well, let's just stop debugging, and we'll pop back into ShiftOS, I guess. So yeah, ignore that. So utilities, file skimmer. I think the reason that crashed was because yeah, okay, that would do it. So we'll call this s2.pic. And it still crashes, so yeah. Never mind that, I guess. So let's say we want to delete this file, and I'm not even sure it's going to let me delete it. But let's try and delete this corrupted entry. Yes, I would like to delete it. And now the corrupted entry is gone. So, that is the new file system extensions in the file skimmer, and you can also do this to folders. So if I wanted to copy the system directory to not a system, a new file saver feature is you can now specify folder names if you have the directory item selected in this file extension box. That was not there before. Now it is, so if I wanted to save this directory to not a system, I just name my directory, and let's say I wanted to save it into the home directory, and under documents, and well, it's going to autocorrect the name as documents, but we'll call this not a system yet again. And we'll hit save, and then we'll browse to that directory. And you'll see that not a system is there, and all our system data, including my authentication tokens and everything, are here. we've got localization files, we've got system data, the kernel log, all that stuff. And something you can do now is you can now copy files to the shared directory and from the shared directory into your system folder and vice versa. So if I wanted to copy this skin.json file, and let's say I wanted to share it with another developer, well, I could copy it to my shared directory, some skin. Now you cannot change the extension of the file, it'll always be a .json file, but now we can save. And before, well, that was not what I wanted to do. Before, the file would just show up in the shared RAM disk, which is what it is. It's a disk in RAM. But we've got some skin.json. We can't open it, of course. But if we shut down ShiftOS, we reopen it, we go back into our file skimmer, and we go upward directory to the shared directory. You'll notice that some skin.json is still there. That is because whenever you save a file to your shared directory in beta 2.2, as well as going into the RAM disk, it also goes into your Windows file system, into the ShiftOS shared folder in your documents folder. So whenever I save, or whenever I copied the file, it copied out of my system folder into my shared folder, and now it is accessible from my host operating system. Now this could cause some problems. For example, save sharing, but well, maybe not save sharing, but more who knows. But what's cool is if you wanted to put a skin file from the shared directory into your main directory, let's say you wanted to do that, but you can do that now, of course. So I don't really know what this was called before. Long file name. But now we can go up one directory and that'll be there. So that was always working, but now you can do it the other way around. Copy from the system directory to the shared directory, and you can even copy files into the ShiftOS shared directory from within Windows, and they will every 15 seconds it auto syncs the RAM disk with the shared directory. So whatever files are in that ShiftOS shared directory, if they're not already in your /shared drive, they will be in there every 15 seconds. Anyways, that's the new file skimmer features. There is now a command line way of resetting the skin in case something goes horribly wrong, and that is skins.reset. So when we do this, you'll notice that skins.reset is now fully fixed and working. Actually, it's a new command. What am I saying? It is now implemented and it now resets the skin. So if I wanted to change the desktop background or something like that, I can, and if I don't like it, or it breaks something, I can just type in that command, not even have to go into the skin loader. Because if you remember in 0.0.x, the load default button was actually in the shifter and not in the skin loader, so I figured I would make that command available. You do not need the skin loader for this, you just need the shifter. Once you have the shifter, you have that command. So that is cool. I would show off the new out-of-box experience that's coming in 2.2, but it's unfinished, not really working. It does work, sort of, but for existing users, okay, there are some cases where it doesn't work, but it's mostly working. And I can't really show it off without deleting my user tokens, so can't do that. Anyways, I'm going to go fix the DesktopWhit Hits bug, and I will see you guys in the next video. Also, before I head out, I'd just like to say that the skin of the week, which is something new I'm going to be starting, every week I'm going to choose a skin that I really like and show it off in a dev update. The skin of the week this week is the Windows 8 skin, part of the Windows Generation skin pack made by Bandicoot on the website. I will have a link below to the Windows Generations pack below. It has almost every Windows skin from Windows 95 to Windows 10, including the post-reset and pre-reset Longhorn builds, Windows Vista Basic, Windows 7 Basic, all Windows XP skins, and all Windows 8 skins. And I'm currently using the Windows 8, well, not the 8.11, but the original Windows 8 skin. And if you want to know where your app launcher is, just like in Windows 8, it is down here. The only thing is, these skins were made before the advanced app launcher. However, Bandicoot is currently working on a new revamp edition of Windows Generations for the advanced app launcher and the newer skinning features coming in beta 2.2. So be on the lookout for that. Anyways, for real now, I've been Michael. I'll see you guys in the next video.